जय श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी के श्री चरण में हम वंदन करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे। तीन महामंत्र और उसके पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र। दोनों हाथ सामने रखेंगे, संतुलन करेंगे। राइट हैंड जो है वो जमीन की तरफ रखना है। यहाँ पे हम प्रार्थना करेंगे, श्री माता जी आप कृपा करके हमारे आध्यात्मिक उन्नति में आने वाली सभी लेफ्ट साइड के दोष और बाधाओं को पूर्ण रूप से पूर्ण रूप से पृथ्वी तत्व में विलीन कीजिए। श्री माता जी, ईड़ा नाड़ी के सभी दोष और बाधाओं को पूर्ण रूप से पृथ्वी तत्व में विलीन कीजिए। दोनों हाथ सामने रखेंगे, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की ओर। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमारे आध्यात्मिक उन्नति में आड़ आने वाली राइट साइड के सर्व बाधा और दोषों को पूर्ण रूप से आकाश तत्व में विलीन कीजिए। पिंगला नाड़ी के सभी दोष और बाधाओं को पूर्ण रूप से आकाश तत्व में विलीन कीजिए। दोनों हाथ सामने रखेंगे, चित अपना अटेंशन तालू पे रखना है। यहाँ हम प्रार्थना करेंगे, श्री माता जी, प्लीज गिव अस ए प्योर नॉलेज एंड प्योर डिजायर टू बिकम ए स्पिरिट एंड टू रीच इनटू द साक्षी भाव। श्री माता जी, आप कृपया करके हमें शुद्ध ज्ञान दीजिए जिससे हम साक्षी भाव में जा सके। कृपया करके हमारे अंदर निर्विचार ध्यान की स्थिति को प्रस्थापित कीजिए। प्लीज एस्टैब्लिश स्टेट ऑफ थॉटलेस अवेयरनेस।
score, I must say,
इसी भयानक
Western
अवस्था में
people have done
उनकी
so
माताजी
much
की अमृतवाणी
better. What
सुनेंगे.
about the Indians? When are they going to take to music? I mean, there's no progress as far as music is concerned. We have great musicians in this Sahaja group like Mrs. Venugopalan and all that, but somehow or other I find that the music is not coming up. What's the reason? In Maharashtra, of course, we have so many people who can do something about it. They haven't done anything. So better get these things translated. You can't sing that fast in, I don't think in Indian way. It's beautiful. Fantastic is the word, actually. So now we are ready for the war, is it? You could play that very well, eh? Simple. You could play it. Oh, great. Now, where should I keep it safe? My purse. There's everything safely put there. All the stones, and these stones you got from Gujarat there. And if you could ever do that, is to go to a place called Dilwara. There you find huge big marble stones. Actually, this is not real marble. It's something like marble, but not real marble. But real marble, you see, worked out. In one big stone, the whole thing worked out like that. They're very beautiful. This is only one of them you can see, but it's not real marble. Marble is on the sides. Right. Sides is marble. Also marble here down below. But all this is a kind of a stone which is being carved out. Now these, if you see, all these are 8, they call it Dikpalaka, means they look after all the directions. All the directions are there. These are depicting the directions. Then these are 9 grahas. See, grahas are the stars. See, 9 stars which are protecting here, all of them. This is the sun with so many horses. See, that's the one sun, and the rest are there, all of them. You saw the eclipse? No, that's good. The moon was under eclipse, you see, when we were coming. And I was giving it a bandhan. When the eclipse was over, then only we reached here, thank God. And you didn't see it, I'm very happy. The moon you saw must have been the moon which was full when it was left.
Yes,
good.
It was very full.
Yes, but in the beginning we did see the one. All right. So now there are matrakas outside, you can see. And this side, the right side is all Brahmadeva, Agni and all the devatas on this side, outside they are carved. And this side is Ganas and Ganapatis on this side. And in front is Sri Hanuman, like that. It's a beautifully done thing, I must say, keeping in view. And this is the statue of, here if you see on the right hand side is Sri Ramdas Swami, the one who was the Guru of our great king, Shivaji Maharaj. And Sri Rama, they used to respect him because he was the ideal king, you see. And this is Ganesha here and Hanumana standing here. It's a very beautiful place. Now they have made some place for us for sitting down. He worshipped from his childhood, you see, and because Hanumana is an angel, you know that, and he doesn't marry, but he was forced to marry, you see. So when he was getting married only, he ran away from that place, because when they said Sahaja means now after marriage they say, all right, be careful, be careful. Just before the marriage took place, he just ran away from there without getting married, because he cannot be married. He told them, they would not listen, and he couldn't bear it anymore, so ran away. Then he went and he came back again when in the time of Shivaji, and then Shivaji became his disciple. But he took some tests of his disciples. I do not take any tests, but he took some tests. First of all, he said, I'm very, very sick and I've got a very big wound in my foot, and it has become a ulcer now. It's all full of pus and full of all blood and pus and all that, and only my disciple can only suck it out, otherwise nobody can suck it out. So all his disciples got a fright of their lives. They said, how can we do that? It's too much. But Shivaji said, all right. Shivaji came and he took out his crown and he just sat down sucking his spoon, you see, and it was nothing but he had tied a big mango. And it was just But then he told Shivaji and others that they said, I am very sick now, you must get me the milk of the tigress. See, you must go and get them. Those days there were lots of tigers and tigresses here, but not nowadays. So he said, you must go and get milk of the tigress for me. So they all thought, how can they go and milk the tigress? It's very difficult. So Shivaji said, all right, I'll go down. He went in the village and then he went to the forest. You see, and there he saw a tigress, you see. So he went and told the tigress, he just bowed before the tigress. He said, see, I don't want to disturb you, but my guru wants your milk, so you please allow me to take your milk. And the tigress came and stood before him, and he milked the tigress and took the milk to his guru and gave it to him. So the guru, people asked him, how did you manage? How could you do that? He said, don't you know what our guru is? He is the Hanumana himself. He is God himself. What is that? I just went and told, and tigress knew about him. She just said, all right, your guru wants it. How can she trouble me? If you have to do anything for your guru, whatever you have to do for your guru, with full faith and understanding about the guru, then of course the animals understand. Why not human being? So he said, I can't understand, why were you afraid of it? It's nothing much. And that is what it is. But in those days all the gurus used to take such parikshas. But when ultimately, you see, after his all training, the king who was Shivaji was crowned. You see, after crowning, one day this Ramdas Swami went to his house, and wherever he went, he used to ask for some alms. Only from one house he used to get, and he used to go and just knock his, he had something he used to carry with him that he used to knock, and he used to say that, Jai Jai Raghuveera Samartha, he used to say like that. So went and said that. So his disciple was the king there, and he understood that, his disciple understood that my guru has come, I have to give him something as a dakshina. What can I give him? So he wrote a letter that all my kingdom is yours. I give everything to you, sir. I owe nothing. And he sent that letter to him. So when the letter came into his thing in which he was asking for alms, see, he opened it and read it, and he laughed and he called his disciple. He said, you see, I am a sannyasi, so you can't give me anything. What will I do with the kingdom? I don't know how to run the kingdom. But you have to run the kingdom. But you must now, as you have given it to a sannyasi, do it with a detached mind. The whole thing should be done with a detached mind of sannyasi, and for that you must use this, he used to cover himself with a lion cloth, you see, with a double type of a lion cloth, which you have seen, how little lion cloth he was wearing. This should be used as the flag to show that just a lion cloth of a sannyasi is the flag of Marathas. And that's how this orange colored flag was hoisted as the flag of Shivaji. And now it is used politically also by some people. That's a wrong thing to do. But this is the flag which you must have seen in most of my processions. They use it. It's the flag which was taken by this king, Shivaji Maharaj, as his own flag to announce that he is doing this, is running this kingdom with a detached mind of a sannyasi. So there are many stories about them, lots of stories about Ramdas and his disciple, this king, and how he used to tell him how to run his administration. And Shivaji was the ideal king that we had in this country. Ideal king, a very good character, very dharmic fellow, and a very nice person. And because he wanted four kingdoms to join together, they said that if you marry our daughters only, we'll accept. So he had to marry 4 women. He married them and looked after them very well. And he was a very good character and a very nice person and a very good king. And he is such a great source of inspiration to Maharashtrians. And he used to worship all these gods and Rama especially. And when you will go to Tunjapur also, you will see how he used to come by his horse all the way for miles together to visit these devis. temple. There's another temple formed by the same Sri Ramdasa who found a statue of the goddess, and he calls it Angala Devi. See now, Angala in Sanskrit means English. Can you know? It's something surprising, isn't it? And he called it Angala Devi. He put that statue in a temple there, and it's called as Angala Rao. There is one Angala Rao. Angala in Sanskrit means English, you see. Angala. It's very surprising, isn't it? So I think at least the English Rajogis must go and see. Already he must have thought of a English goddess, you see, from London. Like, when they do my puja, sometimes they call me Londana Puravasi. So entering.
Can you tell us about his mother?
Don't go into that either. He was a very obedient son. Very obedient son. And his mother had given him a sword which was called, he said that this is given to him by Bhavani, the goddess herself has given you this. And he always used to carry it with him. But then when the English came here, they took away that one. And now it is lost, they don't know. It was said that they are willing to give it back. I don't know what happened. And then people went down there, and I think it's a funny thing, is it? They don't realize the value of that. It's still lost there, but with vibrations one can find out. But I don't think they realize the value to us of that sword. That's called as Bhavani Talwar. The chief minister from Bombay had gone. He was himself a Muslim to ask for that. And he was denied. I don't know. English people, when will they understand the subtle things of this kind? But
That is the word of Bhagavan.
I hope sometime to convince them. His mother was that, she was a very clever woman. And his father was Sahaji Rao. Actually, her mother's family was Zadav, Lakhuji Zadav, and my mother's family also same. They come from the same family. My mother's family and Shivaji's mother's family is the same family. And they so happened that she found out in Shivaji's childhood that the husband is quite subservient to the Muslim kings, you see. And the Muslim kings are just overpowering everyone here. And then Aurangzeb came in too. Aurangzeb was one of the worst of all. I think Khomeini must be Aurangzeb. He used to kill at least in 1 year, so he was a very thin man, inner right-sided, horrible, absolutely thin person. And he used to kill Brahmins or Hindus who would wear this thread, you see. We wear that thread for the rebirth. Even the Kshatriyas also wear that. And the weight of those threads had to be as much as that of Aurangzeb's body. He was like that, horrible, this Aurangzeb. And this lady then decided that the Shahaji Rao was at Govalkonda and all those places in the south. He was the sort of, we can say, subservient to the Muslim kings. So she decided to elope with her son Shivaji in the night. And she put her son on on the horse, and with few of her people from her own family, the other family, she eloped. But he tried to follow and capture her, but she somehow or other escaped. And then she came and stayed in one of the forts. Now you will go and see tomorrow another fort where there is the Samadhi, means the tomb of Sri Ram. That you should see. I think you will be happy to see that. Sajjangarh is on the fort. You have to go. I think you have to walk at the most for long or so, but most of it you can go by your buses. And then she came there, and she found a guru for her son, Dada Kundev, and made Shivaji learn from him about Sanskrit and everything, and about how to run a country with valor, honesty, upright way, I mean in a virtuous and a righteous way. And then she told him that we have to fight the Muslims and the Mughals. And the Mughals were very powerful and extremely cruel. So the only way was to do a hide and seek game called as Ganimi Kawa, we call it, guerrilla warfare. So in these hills and rocks, she collected her own people who were ordinary villagers. She called them Maule. These are the people whom she collected and made an army for Shivaji. And that's how Shivaji started fighting and looting these people and harassing them in these mountains. Where you are moving is all Shivaji's kingdom, and all these are Shivaji's forts. So Aurangzeb called him the rat of the mountains because he could never catch him. And at every place, you see, he tried to oust the Muslims from here. Ultimately they had to give in also, because Aurangzeb's sons, 4 sons he had, they only fought their own father, and perhaps he was killed, God knows what happened. But his tomb is in Aurangabad, just down south, you see. He was here. He was very busy with Shivaji, fighting him, and ultimately he died, and he has got a tomb there, this Aurangzeb. Now this Shivaji fought in different ways. There are different stories about him, how he fought. When you went to Pune, I don't know if you saw that Shanwarwada. I didn't know whether you had time to go and see that place, Shanwarwada. It's a place where, in the center of Pune, where Shivaji used to live. But he had gone on to a fort. When there was one fellow called Shaiste Khan, who was in the court of this Aurangzeb, who said that I will catch Shivaji and bring him down. And he came and settled down himself in his big house, which was called as Shanwarwada in Pune. So Shivaji came back as in a marriage party. And Shaiste Khan said that nobody is allowed to come in a group here. No group is allowed. But a marriage party could not refuse. So they said there's a marriage party that is going to go round. And in the marriage party, all these people were all dressed up like marriage party people, but inside they were all dressed up like soldiers. And he knew all the ways and roads, and at the back they went and he entered through some sort of a place, a tunnel or something inside. And then Shaiste Khan was sleeping, and he just woke him up and he said, now get up now. I'm here, I'm Shivaji, I've come now. Now why don't you catch me? Shaiste Khan got such a fright that he jumped out of the window. And but Shivaji wanted to kill him, so he hit him, but only hit him on the fingers. So his life was saved, but his fingers were lost. And then Shivaji occupied the place, and Shaiste Khan ran away, everybody ran away. It's so many stories like that. Then once, and then after this, you see, they all got very frightened, but they tried to follow Shivaji back. And Shivaji coming back, you came by that circuitous route on top of the Katraj. They called it Katraj Ka Ghat. It's the, there's no English word for that. I mean the circuitous road which takes you on top of the hill. Is there any way? There's no road name for that. We call it Ghat. There are so many Ghats you are seeing that. And this is one of the famous. So he came on the Katras Ghat, see, and what he did, he lighted a kind of beacons on the horns of many bulls and made the bulls run on one road, you see, and he himself climbed over this Katraj thing. So all of them thought that this is the way Shivaji has gone, and they followed the other way round. And they followed them for quite long distance. Then they found out that they were just bulls, you see, and they were tied with these beacons which were burning, and they thought this was Shivaji, and Shivaji went to his own place. Once Shivaji was followed like that, many a times. It's very interesting stories, how he was arrested and came out of Agra and all that. I'll have to tell you how he did all that. Very interesting. There are so many stories that I can't tell you just now. पण आता बाजी प्रभूचं आपण जाणार का तिकडनं? बाजी प्रभू देशपांड्यांच्या ह्याच्याकडनं? नो. बाजी प्रभू देशपांड्यांची ती खिंड होती तिथं जाणार? पावन खिंड. ती कुठे आहे? But tomorrow they want to take you to Sajjangarh. केव्हा नेणार? Early in the morning. मग पूजा कधी? Morning. Yes, I think you should all just get up and go. That's better. All right? ते बरं होईल. Early in the morning, say about 6 वाजता ठेवा. चहा घेऊ. Morning you take your tea and go there. इथे फोर्टवर आहे का काही व्यवस्था नाही? हा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. What to go?
As early as you like. As early as we get up from 4:30, 5 o'clock on.
6 ला घेऊ. By 6 o'clock you should be ready to go. Alright, take your tea in the morning time. By 6 o'clock you be ready to go, because it will take about 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours. About 9 o'clock. Then you go and have your breakfast, and by 11 o'clock there's a little puja from 11 to 12. Then we will have our lunch. And then after lunch we are going to Kolhapur. It's rather hectic, but we have to do that way. What can you do? We have so many. If you have to see Sajjangarh, because that is nothing but what you have to go is to pay homage to Hanumana himself, you see, who took his birth on this earth. So it will be a good idea for you to go. Little hectic, but I have been there to Sajjangarh. Long time back, I had come here to play in Uchai Road. May 1938 or something. I was here. 1938, I should say. Yes, 1938 I was here in Satara. Then we had gone to see Ajinkya Tara. There are two, but this has more value because it's just barren, nothing, but his samadhi is there, his tomb is there. So I think you would like to take the darshan. It's a very beautiful thing to see.
The tomb of whom?
Huh?
Whose tomb?
Ramdas Swami's. Sri Ramdas Swami's tomb is there. शिवाजी महाराजांची कुठे आहे? Kind of in called as Gondal is especially for Mahalakshmi and all the goddesses, they do this kind of a bhajan. It's called as Gondal. Actually, Gondal in the normal way is called Naiti group or something like that. But it is a special thing. It's a very rustic expression of Bhakti, which is very beautifully done.
जय श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी के श्री चरण में हम प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे।